Hi and welcome. Are you excited to see some of the exciting new in colours? Welcome. I'm Angela Palmer from Stamp with Angela, and I'm excited to be here with you today to share some of the new in colours that will be starting soon in May. The 2026 to 2028 in colours and some of the other exciting new stuff that will be coming when the new catalogue comes out in May. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. We are a little bit later today due to technical issues, and also it is not going on Facebook. This is only on YouTube. I cannot connect to Facebook. So hopefully those that usually watch on Facebook are able to come and find it here on YouTube, and I'll try and share it on YouTube later as well. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. It's great to have you here, and I'm excited to share these new in colours with you and something exciting about the new ink pads as well. All right, let me just check and see who's here. Please let me know where you're from, and thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. So thank you. So let's get started, and I will show you these new ink colours. Okay, sorry, trying to change my camera around. Oh, you can see some of my messy desk here. All right, it is a little bit of a rush to get things organized today. It is school holidays, lots happening, but you know, we get there in the end. So the sneak peek of something that's coming soon. Okay, even dimensionals here on the table. Alrighty, so these are the new in colors. Let's see if I can go a little bit closer maybe. And just let me know if you can hear me okay and everything. All right, hopefully that's cool. All right, so there are 5 new in colours, and they will start in May. The names of the colours, if you haven't heard or seen them before, is this one here. It is called, I'm trying to find it. Up here, Barely Blush. So it is a very lightish kind of pink, as you can see. So this is the cardstock, some stamping, and then the blends. So you can see this is full strength and then stamped off or second generation. It is quite light. Crisp Cantaloupe is this one here. And so it's slightly darker color and that kind of thing. And it has been around before. So you may have seen it in the past. It's come back. I'm not quite sure how long ago. Then we've got Golden Glow, which is kind of mustardy yellowy kind of look, which is really cool. Then we've got Hydrangea Hue, which is one of my favorite colors. If you know me, I like blues. It's kind of blue, slightly pink, purple tinge to it, but it's really, really nice. And then our last color is Peaceful Pine. So you've got your greens there. So nice variety of colors. And they are the ones that are going to be coming out soon. So in May, we will have this exciting new catalogue, which I can't show you inside yet until it goes live, but I will be sending them out in a couple of weeks to my customers, those that have ordered from me or have contact with me. So be on the lookout for those. And you'll be able to see the new in colours in here, as well as lots of exciting new products. And then it will go live on the 5th of May. But make the most of other specials and things at the moment and get those things that you are current before they go. So what I'm going to use today is the 5 in colours. So I want to show you something new and exciting about the ink pads. So these are them. And I'm just trying to think if I've got an old one next to me so I can compare the size, and I don't think I've brought one in. Actually, I can just grab one from around the corner. Give me 1 second and I can show you the difference in size. Just need to open the door and grab one. I don't know if you can hear all the binging and cracking. All right. Okay, so that is a current one. So let's compare it to the Peaceful Pine. So you'll see the new one is slightly taller, and even height-wise, it's a fraction higher, very slightly, and it is slightly narrower. If you put the other one underneath, you can see this is slightly narrower. The older one was slightly wider. So that is the difference. Now, with the old ones, we had to open it like this and slide it, and lots of people had a little bit of trouble with that. and you really needed 2 hands. Look at this new one and how easy it is to open. I can even do it with 1 hand, just like that. So I tend to do that. I'm doing this all with 1 hand, just like that. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, it's magnetic. So as they get close to each other, it just grabs and goes. Now it does have stickers on the back. I haven't had a chance to play and put those on yet, but I will. It's the same as the other one. You had the stickers that you put on here to know what they are. So isn't that cool? The ink pads, and then you can keep the bottom with it, and then you know what color it is. So the 5 new ink colors are these new magnetic ink pads. The other thing about the ink pads is that they are felt. So this was foam. I don't know if you can tell a difference, and this is felt. Don't know if you can kind of see a difference, but there's a few different reasons for the change. We have actually had felt years ago, and I think this is better at absorbing the ink and less likely to leak and things, and it can actually take more ink in it, so hopefully therefore last longer. There were other reasons for it as well, and I can't remember all of them, but just to be aware of that. So here are our 5 colors again: Barely Blush, Crisp Cantaloupe, Golden Glow, Hydrangea Hue, and Peaceful Pines. So you can't get these yet, but they will be available in May. And I will be doing my In Colour Club again, but more information on that later. So let's make something with these new colours. And some of the other new In Colour product that we've got is some designer series paper, and I haven't actually brought it all out. I just quickly grabbed some stuff. But we have some paper in the In Colour, so it's in all the different 5 colours. And in the past it's been 6 by 6, but now it's a 12 by 12. So you've got big spots and little spots. So this is more white background with the spots. This is just one colour. We've got stripes, and then we've got, I should probably show you the other side, these bigger stripes. So I've used some of this already for today's card. And so you get that in the 5 colours. And the other exciting thing is the shimmer paper. Look at this. So we've got it in the 5 colours. So that's 12 by 12 as well. You get a sheet of each. And I don't know if you can tell. I think you can see that kind of shimmer. So I've used the DSP and the shimmer paper and the cardstock and the stamps in my card. No, I didn't think to actually use the new embellishments, but I could have as well, actually. But all right, so this is what I have made. So this uses one of the new sets that is called the Opulent Oasis, and that's stamps and dies. Now, there's a very cool thing about these dies, something new. You can see them here. It has an impression plate, which is kind of more like a mat, which allows you to die and get more impression. I'm not going to show you that today, but I will do that in the future. Just getting my head around using it, and I've got an event in May that I'm going to use it for first, and then I'll show it on a live later on. But you will get to see it at some stage. So what I focused on using is this stamp, some of the sentiments, and then obviously cutting it out with the die. And then I've used a couple of the dies for my embellishments. So I like to, when I get it, I stamp all the stamps on here so I know where they go. And I also like to photocopy my dies so I know where they go. And I haven't yet, but I'll get a magnetic sheet and then stick that on the top, and then I know what should be there. Okay, so this is what I have made. And we're going to make it, I think, in the Crisp Cantaloupe now, and then I'll show you the other ones. All right. Now, I don't know if I brought my mat in. So yesterday I had a kids class, which was lots of fun. So I'm just kind of reorganizing all my stuff again, just trying to line up till we get nice and straight. And my stuff is between the kind of 2 different rooms. So that's our designer series paper. We have got a Crisp Cantaloupe card base. So I'll give you a tip with cutting and scoring. So I'm going to score first. I'm going to score it down the middle. Then I'm at 10.5. Then I'm going to cut it in half. And then we've got 2 card bases and it's scored, ready to go. So I only need 1 at the moment. Okay. So I don't know if you can see, but I've put a white border around it. So help it kind of, because if I did that on that, it would get a little bit lost. So I'm just doing a white border. So my white piece, I work in centimeters, is 10 centimeters by 14.3. And then my designer series paper is 3 millimeters less. So it is 9.7 by 14. So I'm going to adhere that onto there with my glue. And I've got a collection of glues here, but I'm not sure which one has got the most glue in. Oh, this one does. Excellent. Great. Well, she says, and then it dies on me and doesn't bring much glue. All right, so that's fairly straightforward, and that is just going to go onto the card front. And having that white border kind of works in with the stripes on the paper itself anyway. Okay, so that's all good. Now you'll notice I've got a border die there. And I'm not sure if I've brought it. Yes, I have. Through. So this is something that we've already got, and it's part of the beautifully celebrated dies. So it's all these here. So the 2 I have used is the second biggest for that, and then the third biggest for the white. So I have pre-done those just to save time. So what did I say? The second biggest and third biggest. So I'm just going to adhere those together, but then we'll put it on the card. Now, if you're wondering, you've die cut and you're thinking which is the right side and which is the wrong side, sometimes it's really hard to tell. Sometimes it doesn't matter too much, but sometimes it does. So you'll probably, if you touch the edges and you do this, you'll feel that it's quite smooth. If you flip it over and it's more coarse, I guess, and even if you look at it, or definitely if you feel it on the edge like that, it's definitely rougher. So that is my wrong side. So that's where I'm going to put my glue. And the same for this one. This is nice and smooth on the edges. Turn it over, that's rougher. So I want my smooth edge on the top. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to flip it around. I don't know if you can see, there's a slight mark there, but we will hide that with our flower. So like that. Now when I've put this on my card, I have put that on with dimensionals just to raise that up a bit. And how are we going? Let me just have a look here to see who's watching and that kind of thing. My computer is doing something strange. All right, it is great to see quite a few of you watching. I know it is different because I'm not on Facebook, which is a little bit frustrating, but these things happen. I'm sure I spent ages trying to reconnect. It wouldn't work, and probably shortly after this it will work again. Okay, so there we are. So what we need to do now is stamp our sentiment and our flower, and then cut out, oh, where's my, oh no, leaves here from my shimmer paper. Very good. All right, so I'm going to do it on here, and I don't have a mat to stamp on, which is not good, but we will do our best. Have I just trying to, so opening this up, gonna do that. It's not going to stamp so well on this hard table, so I'm trying to think what I can stamp on that is a bit softer without having to go and look for a mat. Well, even if we try on this, well, we can only try and see. Now, with inking this up, it is a bit firmer than the other one. I personally, when it's a big stamp, actually like inking it up this way. And you kind of have to walk your ink pad, not just one time, but walk over it a bit to stamp it. And then I'm going to stamp it on here like so. Don't lift it up too quickly. Give it time for the ink to get into. Yeah, see, I've missed a bit. I told you, because I am not stamping on a mat, it is harder. I stamped all the others and they were fine, but I came in here and I didn't have my mat with me. Even if this is some paper, Let's see if we can stamp it again on here. And the other thing too is often we hold around the edges, but I'm going to press a little bit more evenly. Definitely like stamping on my paper piercing mat. Still a slight patch there. I'll see if I can line it up slightly and just press down there. That's better. Actually, it's not going to matter too much because I can put my sentiment there. But definitely recommend stamping on a mat. While my ink is out, let's do a sentiment. So I've done Hello Friend. I have done, where have I put that? Best Wishes. And I've done a thank you one. What else is on the actual set? Sending happy thoughts. Did I do that one? What have I done so far? No. So let's do sending happy thoughts. And I've already put it on a block. So it must have been ready to use. Okay, here we go. So I need it on a piece here. I wonder how this is going to go. That's fine. That was good. And I didn't actually check to see if this is going to fit, but we'll soon find out. I'm going to do a circle for this. Yay. And I'm going to get another piece of this to go behind it. Okay. And I'll show you what I've done with another one in a little bit. All right, so what I need to do is die cut my flower. So I do have the dies for it, which makes life easier. So you just got to figure out which way it goes, like that. And I've got some kind of tape, removable tape, just to hold it in place. All right, we're going to close that up now because we can. So with these ink pads, the ink is on the lid so that when you are storing it, the ink is face down like we are with our other ink pads. So the ink's ready to use. Now I'm going to have to bring up my big machine. And you'll see that I was cutting out the leaves before. So the shimmer paper. So the shimmer paper, I see your question, Linda, is it like foil? I don't think it is. It's similar, but not. It's a lot thinner. It's thinner than the cardstock. It is kind of shiny, but it's and it's the same on both sides, which I think, what's foil? Is that on both sides or one? I can't remember. So it's a bit thinner than foil. You can see it's kind of a bit floppier and things. So it's just kind of like a shiny, except this is around the wrong way. Let's put a handle on that side. Yeah, just a slightly sparkly sort of paper. All right, so you can see it come out. Here we go. Shakes the table, sorry. So you could fussy cut it all, but of course, but the die makes it so much easier. All right, our one that didn't go so well. What else do we need? So we need our shimmer leaves. So I've done 2 of the big and 2 of the small. And again with this one, you can tell that's definitely rough on the back and it's nice and smooth on the front. So let's put this on our card. So what I have done is I've put this on, which way did I do it on here? Try and match it up the same. Is that the same? No. Like that. Okay, like that. So just make sure our sentiment fits there, I guess, that way. I only put a few dimensionals in the middle so that I could tuck these in. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 in the middle and take it off with my Take Your Pick tool. We're going to have to make sure our sentiment, maybe if I angle it slightly more this time. All right, I'm not going to put these on just yet because I made one card. Whoops, that's moved. Let's move you back. and then I place those in a different place because of the sentiment. So what we're going to do is kind of do it like that, and then it hides. You could just have the circle, but I feel that's quite white and a bit too much. So I just like the subtle of sort of maybe kind of like that behind. So I'm going to glue those together. So what are you thinking of the in colors? This one's not working. Let's try this one. Do you have a favorite so far? I know it's not quite the same as seeing them in person. Right, so I'm going to put a dimensional down the bottom to lift that up, and then a bit of glue at the top so it can overlap, and we're going to hide our little bit that didn't work. So there's always a way of fixing it. Now on this one I've put my leaves here and there, but that's not going to work, so we're going to do it more here, and we're going to hide that bit, and we will do up the top. Sorry, seeing all arms and things, kind of like that. All right, so let's put that on. You could use a mini glue dot or some glue. So I'm just putting a bit of glue on the bottom down there. Just dab those together, get a bit of glue transfer. Oops, it's on the other side. Let's take some of that off. Tuck it under. Remember, we didn't put our dimensionals all the way under. So I'm not gluing the whole thing down. I'm just kind of gluing it so these are a bit loose. I'm going to do my big one first, and then I can kind of tuck the little one in. So this is using that shimmer paper, which is very nice. Okay. And like so. Okay. So can you see how I finished off in the middle? You could leave it. This one has got these white dots that are stamped. So I have used some pearls and basically put one over each dot. Now this one here, I've put my sentiment lower down, so I only had to do 5, but that one is more, so it's totally up to you how you want to do it. So I'll do the 2 big ones first. Doesn't have to be exact. Oops, it's flying. Doesn't have to be exact, but you know, the pearls are sort of subtle, and then you can use it on all of them. So I do like my in color, what do you call them, monochromatic cards. Great way of accenting one color. So do you remember which color this is that I'm doing currently? Anyone remember what it's called? Whoops, that one, where did it go? Where's it gone? Well, I'll get another one and find it soon, I guess. Maybe I didn't pick it up, because that could be the other option. Whoops, it needs to go up slightly. All right. Okay, it's on my finger. How did that happen? Or I just picked another one up. There we go. So our monochromatic cards. So yeah, the flower's very cool. We've got, see if I can remember the names. We've got Golden Glow, and this is Chris Cantaloupe. I've also done one in Barely Blush, which is the lighter color. And I have done one in Peaceful Pine. All right, so that's only 4 colors. What color's missing? Do you know which color I haven't done yet? Okay, so I haven't done the last one, which is Hydrangea Hue. So I'm going to do that soon. And then I'll share that afterwards. So can you see the different sentiments I've used from this set? So this set was got hello friend, sending happy thoughts, special thanks, best wishes. So depending on which one it is and the size depends on the how I've done the sentiment, because these are bigger. Didn't really work on a strip, so that's why the circle worked. So if you're wondering what size circle punch I used 1 3/4. Often I'll put another one behind, but I think that would just take away from the card too much. So that's why I've just done a little bit poking out the side. There's also like a small flower. Now I was thinking what I might do is kind of like put that inside, like stamp that and do it down the bottom. But I'm going to use my mat to do that, and that'll be quite nice finishing off. I couldn't decide if I should add some ribbon to it. So not ribbon, There is in color ribbon, but I didn't mean that. Whether I should add some twine, and I haven't got my. Oh, actually, I've got this one, which is like gold and white. This is just linen thread. Maybe I'll just try linen thread. You can tell me what you think. You could do a normal bow, or you could do a double bow. Let's try a double bow, but I've got no scissors. So I don't think I'll be doing... Okay, so we have to use this because it's cut ready to go. So let's just do a bow and see what it looks like. And you can tell me if you like with or without. Oh, it's a bit tricky doing a bow on camera. So you could kind of add that to it, and I'd trim the edges so they're a bit more even. That kind of thing. And you could also do it with linen thread. Let's just try, like on this one over here, maybe you'd put it there. So let me think, what do you reckon? Do you think I should add some linen thread or not? All right, so let me show you a couple of other things with the in colors. So I do have the, what are these called? In color dots. So that's these in the different colors. There's also some butterfly. Oh, guess what I found? Scissors, buried. There are some in color butterflies, but I don't know if they are in here. But they're cool as well. And then in color ribbon. So here is some of the colors. What's missing? Oh no, I've got them all here. And the green. So we've got Peaceful Pine, Barely Blush, Hydrangea Hue, Golden Glow, and Crisp Cantaloupe. Let's move the glue out the way. That's not so exciting to look at. All right, so we've got the cardstock, we've got the shimmer paper, we've got the designer series paper, we have got the dots, and we've also got some butterflies in this. There's the blends, and there's also something exciting new that is coming, but even I can't buy it yet, and that is like a, I'm not sure if it's called a glimmer or a shimmer pen. Where did I put the catalogue? I can't show you, but I'll quickly look it up to see what it's called. It is called a shimmer brush. Okay, I can't show you it yet. So it's kind of like a Winker Stella, but in each of the in colors. So that's very cool. And of course, you can get, you know, the ink refills for the in colors as well. So I'm going to be putting my in color club together soon, and I'll share some information on my blog and my newsletter about what's included and when you can apply for it, or not apply, but register to take part. And basically each month for 5 months, you get one particular color. So 1 month you'd get like Crisp Cantaloupe, the ink pad and the ribbon, and then the embellishments, but you'd just get that color, and you'd get half a pack of the cardstock and then the shimmer paper. So you get one particular color that month, and then next month you get another color. So it's a great way of slowly building up the colors, which is lots of fun. So I really like these colors, in particular the Hydrangea Hue. That's why I left that one to the last, and I'll make that up as well and share it with you. But lots of exciting things. So one other thing I want to let you know about is a promotion at the moment, and that is stamping rewards, double rewards. So if you place an order by tomorrow, Friday the, what are we today? By Friday the 17th, I'll just bring you to me so we can talk. Then you get double stamping rewards. So if you spend $100 and you usually get 10, you'll get, so what do you get? $100, you get, I can't work it out, 10%. So you'd get double, which is very exciting. So that is only until tomorrow. So check it out. Look at the last charts. There are some products on there on special. Some of them unfortunately sold out, which is a bit frustrating, but you got to get in quick and see some of those products. All right. And then in a few weeks' time, new products will be coming, which is very exciting, and these new ink colors. So with the new ink pads, it's only the 5 ink colors that will be in this new type of ink pad to start with. Eventually, more next year when they do a bit of a color revamp, other colors will come out in these ink pads too. But to start with, it's just the 5. Okay? So you'll be able to look out for those, or if you're interested in my ink color club, you'll be able to participate in that too. So any questions? All right, so thank you for watching me today. I know it's a little bit different just being on YouTube, and hopefully I'll be able to share it on Facebook when I get that working at some stage. But I appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to YouTube. That way you will be kept up to date with when I do my lives or share any other videos or reels or shorts or anything like that. You'll get to see those too. So thanks so much. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the Hue in colours. I've really enjoyed showing them to you because I really like them. Next, doing some things to do with Paper Pumpkin. So Paper Pumpkin is our new subscription, and the first kit is being sent out this week. I didn't want to spoil it and share it today because I thought, well, if you're getting it, you might want to see what it's like when it arrives, and I don't want to spoil the surprise. So hopefully by next Thursday, if you've subscribed, it will have arrived, and then you'll be able to have a play, and you can make the cards exactly like it is, which is what I'll do, and then I'm going to have a play around and show some alternatives as well, so you can see what you can do with it to extend it as well. Cool. All right, well, thank you for being here. I enjoyed being able to share with you each week. Please subscribe, and please let me know if you have any questions or things. I might be able to share some other things with you in the future. So thanks for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks. Bye.